love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The football, and it's picked up by the Ravens, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line, and that would come. On his opening carry of the season, do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan, but this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Lindsay. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Jaguars 3-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson out to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Etienne. Gets around him. And he gets it down to the 32.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On play action, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And this is taken in at the 5. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Alone to the right is Jones. And they'll run with Etienne. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. On 3rd down, Jackson rolling to his right. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they work this out past the 25.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Steps away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
First and 10 is the 22-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. He'll buy some time right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews from 13 yards out. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. On 2nd and 15 now. Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jags are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Second and 9. Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 6. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Again, Jackson steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half from the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for Baltimore. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A nice little juke. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Chase Edmonds, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second down at 4. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. A solid stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
First down, Jaguars.
So, in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
First down.
On the ready.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This will be the 8th play in the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trusting him this early? Are they trying to get him going, give him confidence?
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It got his man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Edmonds. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And now off to the races down the right side.
Ooh, Lord,
and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Next score, Jaguars 21, Ravens 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Rolling to his right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now Jackson. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one, is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Second and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
A final shot now for Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Baltimore, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.